first real good HD look at what the WrestleMania setup inside the stadium will look like. You can see the lighting rig on the right there being all set up. You can see we've got the giant stage. It is absolutely freaking huge. And just factor in that these are people. Look at the size of this stage. Look at the size of these screens. It's going to be epic. Well, we know the official stage reveal will be done on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern on WWE's YouTube channel, so don't miss that. We also know that Roman Reigns and Triple H will join Pat McAfee at WWE World Friday for the Pat McAfee show. Interestingly though, Pat McAfee teasing a potential another big name joining him for this show. So who could that be? Find out Friday, I guess. But I feel like one of the biggest talking points from a news point of view today is Nick Khan taking shots at AEW. Nick Khan would comment about how their competition, obviously AEW, has some very good talent and that they, WWE, will be interested in talking with them once their contracts are up. He also mentioned how he has nothing but respect to the father who finances it and owns the Jaguars and all these other things. Undoubtedly a shot at Tony Khan, who actually runs AEW. But we all remember Tony's comments about how there's only room in wrestling for one Khan. Obviously a shot at Nick Khan, and Nick Khan seems to be firing back a few years later. Nick would make comments though about the WWE, and one of the things that actually I really disagree with him on is when he talked about the fact that WWE wouldn't sign people just to bench them. Presumably, he was taking a shot there at Tony Khan and AEW again by obviously, referencing like Ricky Saints, Penta, Ray Phoenix, etc., who was benched before they came to WWE. I mean, I think we can all pretty much say an entire list of people who have been benched in WWE and people who continually miss TV despite being super popular, right? One of which is Omos. Now, Omos is someone who I don't think actually has a proper match under his belt since like 2023. That is exactly what we're talking about being benched in WWE. Now, there was an update today from Fightful Select about Omos, and the update is that there isn't much of an update. He is signed to WWE. There isn't an injury, so he's just not being used. Which is really crazy because he called a load of hype when he went over to Noah and he won one half of the tag team championships and he was getting clips on social media. Fans were interested in Omos and WWE called him back and then didn't use him. Do you remember we all expected him to be in the Royal Rumble because he surrendered the Noah tag titles? Well, now he's back and they're still not using him. The only benefit of the doubt I'm willing to give is based on an example from this Monday's Raw, Karrion Kross, who garnered so much attention after his performance on Raw, and it kind of does add a little bit of hope that even though someone's benched, that they might have a creative plan eventually, and we're actually getting somewhere. Like, Karrion hasn't done much except backstage segments, but really that performance on Raw highlighted both his in-ring skill and his character, which is actually a really good thing. So hopefully, yes, we'd all like to get there sooner, but if Triple H is taking the slow burn approach, I can understand that. I mean, people like Omos just aren't even being seen though, so I don't know how that applies theoretically, but hopefully there's something coming soon. Speaking of coming soon, what's your story with Stephanie McMahon? A new podcast that is separate from Stephanie's Places, coming to you, brought to you by Fanatics. Very interesting. Stephanie will have this podcast. Her first guest will be UFC's Dana White. WWE has once again partnered with Snapchat and Jey Uso's Yeet glasses, plus the WWE Championship and Women's World Championship will be available for you to use on your Bitmojis. That's a thing. A while ago, Fightful Select reported that Mariah May is in her contract year. And a lot of people in WWE are interested in Mariah May. And I think rightfully so. Mariah May is a great competitor. Now, it will be interesting because there's a lot of mixed reports out there, okay? Now, Mariah May is still under contract to AEW, but a lot of people are wondering if she's going to go to WWE. And honestly, it seems like she might. It seems like it's always been her dream to go to WWE, so I wouldn't rule it out. But we all know what happens with contract negotiations. You leverage your position. If Tony Khan values Mariah May, he'll pay her more money, and she gets the best deal possible for her. So I don't blame her at all, but something to keep an eye open for 100%. Someone who seems to be definitely heading to WWE is Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb has finished up with New Japan, as announced by New Japan Pro Wrestling. His final date will be April 19th there, and then it seems that he's heading to WWE. I feel like this took a lot of people by surprise. I think most people expected him to go to AEW. He's made appearances there before. He's seemingly not, though. He's seemingly going to WWE. This has been reported by multiple different outlets, with Dave Meltzer saying that Jeff Cobb apparently had very little interest in going to AEW. The official poster for WWE Backlash has been revealed. This will take place May 10th. And look at this. Randy Orton is in this poster. A lot of people wondering if we're going to get like Randy versus Cena. It might just be because Backlash is in St. Louis, obviously where Randy Orton is from. So makes sense that he's on the promotional material. If I was WWE though, I'd certainly give him a huge match like Cena. That would be pretty cool. Mattel and WWE have renewed their license. That means Mattel will continue to make WWE action figures. Really good news. As a collector who went through the Jax phase of, Jax leaving and Mattel taking over, I'm really pleased that this isn't happening again yet. And Mattel will continue to make the figures and they'll all be to the same scale. That's really good news. These patches have really divided opinion this week as Topps announced that every superstar who debuts on Raw or SmackDown for their debut will wear this patch that you see on screen. And at WrestleMania, everyone will wear that patch somewhere on their attire, likely their boots. The patch will then be taken and a one-of-one trading card will be commissioned. And that trading card will be signed by the wrestler and then it will be auctioned off or put into packs. We don't really know yet. Some people love this idea. Some people say it's very forced. I think it's a really cool idea. I mean, it gets you something. Like, this is going to be noticeable on attires. And if you pull that, if you get that one-of-one card from that one WrestleMania, that's so cool, man. There's been a lot of fan criticism over the last 24 hours of the fact the number one contenders Fatal 4-Way will be on the kickoff show for Stand and Deliver. I'm sure it comes down to we're just trying to get more people on the actual shows, but honestly, just sucks for people like Roxanne Perez, doesn't it? This was cool. Thea Hails returned last night on NXT, and I knew that theme song from somewhere. And shout out to Brady. I saw your tweet, and you're the one that literally pinpointed it for me. The theme song she came out to was a theme song used by Eddie Edwards in TNA. Interesting. Here you go, the news you've been waiting for. Cody Rhodes and The Undertaker are apparently coming to Fortnite. According to leaks, this collaboration will be revealed in the next 24 hours with their playable characters being available to purchase in-store for 1,500 V-Bucks, and that will be literally April 18th, so not long to wait. And with John Cena already in Fortnite, that means you can definitely do Cody Rhodes versus John Cena before they clash at WrestleMania in Fortnite. Yep. Let's end with this one, shall we? Because this is a new tease from Project Rock, which is run by The Rock and Under Armour. Now, we know Drew McIntyre is clearly the person on the right of this picture. Who's the person on the left? Some people think it's Aleister Black. It definitely could be, but all we actually know is the caption. Ring the bell, we're not waiting until the weekend. The show starts tomorrow. What this actually means, we don't know, but it means we've got to look out for tomorrow and see what this actually is. Hopefully something big for Drew McIntyre. It's interesting because Drew was the person that The Rock announced had re-signed with WWE, and also back in March, Drew McIntyre teased that him and The Rock had big things planned. So, what is this? We don't know. Is Drew the third man? We don't know. This will be interesting, whatever this is tomorrow. But let me know all your thoughts, your theories, your comments in the comment section down below. Lots to talk about, obviously, just before WrestleMania. So if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, you'll never miss another upload. Like the video, share the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace!